Good morning, guys. So it's Matt Hancock's here from Body Fit Formula. And Monday morning, and it's week 2 of my transformation. So how was your weekend? Mine was quite a social weekend. We had the rugby, of course, and the football on Friday, which generally when you watch that with friends, you are going to partake in some drinking, because just that's what you do. But I just had sparkling water and everything was good. I enjoyed the games. And then Sunday I was due to do some cardio. So it was such a beautiful day, I decided to go out and invite a couple of friends mountain biking. So I went mountain biking and then met up with the wives and the children for Sunday lunch. So it's a beautiful day. Thoroughly enjoyed it. And I went out for a roast beef dinner. And it's all on the plan, okay? Because all I did was ask for the beef, extra veg, no potatoes, no Yorkshire puds, gave them away, and the gravy on the side. So you can go out for a roast dinner and stick to this plan, no problem. A lot of people wouldn't ask for a change in the menu like that, but of course you can. Yeah, you're there to be served and to enjoy yourself just as much as anyone else. And so, yeah, just ask. All you need to do is ask. But if you are at a stage where, on the weekends are tough. Okay, I mean, life habits are quite tough to change day to day, because life gets in the way and there's lots of distractions. All right, but if you slip up, just get back on track straight away. Don't think it's the end of the world, it's the end of your progress or anything like that. Okay, just get straight back on that horse and keep going. The best way to improve self-control, if self-control is the issue, all right, the best way to improve self-control is to see how and why you lose that control in the first place, and then try and make changes in your environment so that you don't lose your way. Now that's not easy, okay, because it might be one of your distractions might be one of your best mates who just likes to have a lot of drink, and you might need to therefore, until you have a little bit more self-control, you might need to limit those social occasions with those people. And that's just how it is, all right, because you've got to think of the bigger picture. The majority of the time when you go out with friends, they just don't understand what you're doing, as I mentioned before. And the more drunk they get, or the later on in the evening, they'll be like, why are you doing this? Why are you on this health kick? It's silly. You're slim already. You don't need to do it. And all these things, and they'll try and encourage you to partake. And you just have to stick with, just stick with your plan that you have. All right, because consistency is critical if you want that habit to stick. All right. My advice is to not to try and completely change your life in a day or a week, all right? And don't expect all attempts to change habits to basically be successful immediately. It just doesn't work like that, all right? But remove temptation. So restructure your environment, all right? So that basically it won't tempt you as much. And be strong and stay forward and move forward and take one habit at a time. So that's my advice on this. You will have hurdles for sure. You will have temptation for sure. But stay dedicated, stay committed, and most of all, stay consistent. And you will achieve what you want to achieve. Trust me on that. All right? So just take self-control. So I'm going to get on with my day now. And I'm going to hit you up later answering some questions around the scales, how often we are weighing ourselves and what it all means. So until then, see you soon. Bye-bye.
How often do you weigh yourself?
Okay, so this question obviously comes up quite a lot. And generally, so before I started this transformation, generally I won't weigh myself at all. I am very, very consistent with my training, and my food is wholesome, nutritious food that's going to provide my body with energy, and I do that 80% of the time. So I let things slip about 20% of the time, which is more than enough to give me a nice balanced life. I don't miss out on anything at all, and I will stay within 2-3 pounds of around a 13 stone mark, and that's just where I tend to be. Okay, unless my training really falls off, then I will lose some muscle. Okay, but generally that's where I'll be. But on this transformation, because at this moment in time it's all about calorie restriction and making sure my macros are absolutely spot on, so I need to track everything, I will weigh myself every day. Now, the reason I'm weighing myself every day is because your weight fluctuates every day, and I need to take an average of a week so I know if I'm going in the right direction. What I have done is I've weighed myself twice a day so that I can show you how my weight is fluctuating, not only day by day, but through the day as well. So I put on 4 pounds yesterday, right? So my weight in the morning and my weight in the evening, there was 4 pounds difference. And there's lots going on in your body when you do these transformations. And so I will show you that when I've done another 2 days. So I've done when I've completed 7 days, I will show you how my weight has fluctuated. So I'm not a slave to the scale at all. I don't get cross if my weight goes up. I don't get excited if my weight drops too much. Okay, I am only interested in burning fat. I want to keep as much lean tissue of my body as possible. So there's lots of tricks I'm doing to maintain the muscle that I have, and I am just trying to lose as much fat as possible. I'll also show you before and after pictures so you can see that I'm hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm not losing loads of muscle and becoming a little skinny boy.
Are you eating carbohydrates?
Yes, absolutely, yes. I am eating carbohydrates. So I manipulate my macros based on the calories that I'm having and the goals that I'm trying to acquire. So when I initially set out on this, I did a 3-week program where I calculated or guesstimated my maintenance calories, and then I reduced my carbohydrates slightly. So I had a 30% carbohydrate, 35% protein, 35% fat, roughly. The proteins were calculated on how many grams I needed based on my body weight, but roughly that was the split. Then when I reduced my calories, so last week I reduced my calories, went 20% below my maintenance once I was sure that they were actually my maintenance calories, right? Which is why I did the 3 weeks. I then upped my carbohydrate to 40% and I reduced my fat down to 25%. Now, the reason I did that is because fat has 9 calories per gram, carbohydrates have 4 calories per gram. So therefore, because my calories are reduced, I can increase the volume of the food on my plate by increasing the carbs and reducing the fat. So that's how I've done it. So I don't go hungry. Yeah, my plate is full. I feel satisfied. And everybody has a slightly different macro split based on their weight and their goals and their activity levels. So we can do all that for you, as I've said before. But yes, I do not cut my carbs out my diet because I would not be able to train properly. My body wants carbohydrates for fuel. You just need to change those percentages of those macros in order to get you where you want to get. All right, so that's our questions for today. I'll be back on Wednesday after my leg session to discuss some more of your questions. So keep them coming in, all right, because we love answering these questions, and I'm sure it's helping lots of people that are watching this video too. Till then, catch you later. Bye-bye.